When I bought my first house at 32, I thought it was the beginning of peace, my reward after years of struggling alone. I worked 3 jobs, saved every penny, and finally bought a modest 2-bedroom home in a quiet neighborhood. For the first time, I felt proud of myself. No one had helped me. Not my family, especially not my father, the man who walked out on my mom and me when I was 12. But peace? It didn't last long, because 3 months after I moved in, my dad showed up. And he wasn't alone. He arrived at my doorstep with his new wife and their teenage son, smiling like we were some happy family reunion. "Emma," he said, arms open. "I heard about the house. You've made me proud." Before I could even respond, his wife rolled in 3 suitcases. My heart sank. They didn't come to visit, they came to stay. At first, I told myself it was temporary. Maybe they needed a place for a few days. Maybe this was my chance to reconnect with my dad. But I was wrong. Terribly wrong. Days turned into weeks. They never left. My once peaceful home turned into a battlefield. His wife criticized everything I did. "This color doesn't suit the living room," she'd say. "Why don't you cook more traditional meals?" Her son, my so-called stepbrother, acted like he owned the place. He stayed up all night playing loud video games and even told my neighbors he owned the house. Then came the real reason my dad showed up. One evening at dinner, he cleared his throat and said, "Emma, your success inspires me. I've got a business idea, a luxury car rental service. I just need someone I trust to help invest, say, around $80,000. I froze. 80,000? That was more than half my savings. When I said I couldn't, his face twisted. "After everything I've done for you," he snapped. I wanted to scream. Done for me? He hadn't even been around when I graduated, when Mom was sick, or when I almost lost my job. But I stayed calm. "Dad, I can't." That's when his wife joined in. "Wow, ungrateful much?" Family helps family. From that night, everything changed. They started treating me like a stranger in my own home. They rearranged furniture, took over my kitchen, and even argued about what room I could use for my office. One day, I came home early and overheard my dad talking on the phone. My heart stopped. He said, "Don't worry, once I change the house deed, everything will be in my name. She won't even know." He was trying to steal my house. I couldn't breathe. My own father, the man I once prayed would love me again, was planning to forge documents and claim my property. I called my lawyer the next morning. We pulled every document, changed all the locks, and filed a report. When the police showed up to escort them out, my dad lost it. He shouted, "You'll regret this, Emma. I'm your father." His wife glared at me like I was the villain. But deep down, I wasn't angry anymore. I was heartbroken. They left, screaming, cursing. And for the first time in weeks, my house was silent again. Silent but heavy. I spent nights crying, wondering why family could hurt you more than strangers ever could. A year later, I saw them again, at a grocery store. They looked tired, defeated. My dad had lost his business again. His wife wasn't with him, and his son barely looked at him. He avoided my eyes, and I realized something. I didn't hate him anymore. I pitied him, because I had something he'd never understand, peace. I started therapy, reconnected with my mom's sister, and launched a mentorship program for young women who grew up in broken homes. We teach them how to set boundaries, how to stand up for themselves, and most importantly, how to stop mistaking pain for love. Family isn't just the people you share blood with. It's the people who show up when you're broken. The ones who don't ask what you can give, but what you need. Sometimes protecting your peace means walking away from the ones who gave you life, but never gave you love. So if you've ever been guilt-tripped into helping someone who only sees you as a resource, remember this. You don't owe anyone access to your peace. Because real family doesn't manipulate you, they support you. If you enjoy our stories, don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel.